I'm Adam.
And I'm Tad.
And this is Where There's a Williams, There's a Way. Hey, Tad, do you like taking naps?
It is a little-known secret that frogs are some of the best sleepers in the animal kingdom.
That can't be true. I've never heard of such a thing.
It's true. Haven't you ever wondered what happens to frogs when the weather turns cold? Where do they go when it is frozen outside?
I just assume that frogs stay swimming below the frozen surface of the water.
Frogs usually hibernate on land and can have 70% of the water in their body freeze without them dying.
You're making this up.
A partially frozen or frozen frog will stop breathing, and its heart will even stop beating, and it will appear dead.
You're serious right now.
During this period, the liver produces large amounts of glucose to increase blood sugar levels, which functions like a natural antifreeze by limiting the formation of ice crystals in the body.
I had no idea. In today's book, we learn about one of the most famous hibernators, the groundhog. Let's get started. Groundhog Gets a Say, as told to Pamela Curtis Swallow, illustrated by Denise Brunkus. It's time. There's his nose. Here he is. Will we see his shadow? Yes, he does. Then we'll have 6 more weeks of winter. He's going to become impossible. He's getting a fat head. He's great, huh? I want to be just like him. I don't get it. Where is everybody? Yesterday I was big news. A star, king of the mound. Everyone wanted my weather report. Today, nothing. This happens every year. My holiday ought to last longer than a day. I don't just do weather. Groundhogs deserve better. A week, maybe. No, make that a month. February should be Groundhog Appreciation Month. He's already the only animal with a national holiday, unless you count the turkey. But look where that guy ends up at the end of the day. Shh, this is important. You think I'm just a groundhog? Nope. I'm also called a whistle pig. In danger, I whistle very loud. And then I go, phew, as in, phew, it's over. Danger past. He's trying to make us think his name all about the whistle and not about the pigginess. I think of a few other names to call him, like Mr. Full of Himself. Hey, you're talking about my hero. I've even got a third name, Woodchuck. If only I had $1 for every time someone asked me, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? The truth is, I'm not into chucking wood. I'm more interested in moving dirt. Lots of it. Maybe the poem should go, how much ground could a groundhog hog? I'm a digging machine. I can move about 700 pounds of dirt and rocks in one day. And how about this? My ears don't even get dirty. I have ear flaps to keep them clean. Yeah, but look at the rest of you. Actually, groundhogs clean up nicely. We're very neat. I don't dig any old which way. First, I go down a few feet, and then up a foot, and then down again. That hump is my food bump. It keeps the burrow from getting soaked in a storm. See, groundhogs are always thinking. My burrow is popular. Neighbors scoot in to avoid danger. Some can't wait to move in when I move out. Look, indoor plumbing, that's classy. I told you we're tidy. Well, maybe you're not a hog.
I had no idea that groundhogs were like a small, furry construction machines.
Me either. Being able to move over 700 pounds of dirt and rock in a day? That's bonkers.
I know that I couldn't do that.
I don't know if I could.
And on top of the grunt work, they are also the architect and engineer when they are designing their burrow.
It is quite impressive. Tad, have you ever considered doing something like that?
Frogs don't have homes, per se. They like to find a good rock, log, or tree stump and use it for shelter.
It's like you're always camping.
Did you know that a frog is a term in real estate for a finished room over garage?
That makes total sense as in acronym, but no sense as a thing that a frog would actually do. Of course we're not hogs. We're related to squirrels, but we're bigger and rounder. What'd he just say? He can't be in my family. You can pick your friends, but not your family. People everywhere love groundhogs. We're in the family of rodents called marmots. So the people who love us are called marmotophiles. Folks who study us are called marmoteers or marmotologists. Not groundhogologists or people who have too much time. I think of a few folks who aren't fans of your so-called cousin over there. Right. Remember the mess he made in Mr. Moody's garden? Gardeners can be very excitable. You think I have to stay on the ground? Only if I want to. I can climb trees. So now he's a tree hog too? But let's see him fly. Or hang upside down by his back toes from a bird feeder. And I can swim too. I don't love it like Cousin Beaver, but I can hoggy paddle. Seems to us that you're a bit slow on your feet. Like a blimp with legs. Well, if you must bring that up, okay. We're not all that quick as animals go, but we can run as fast as an average 4th grader. Bet you can't sneak up on me. I'm very alert. That's how I deal with predators. My head is like a submarine periscope. My eyes, ears, and nose are all set up high so I can see what's around. Snoot in the air is right, and if your head gets any bigger, you'd never go down in your hole. My nose is so terrific that I've got my own caller ID system. If you've been by my burrow for a visit, I'll know about it. He smells, he hears, he sees, he swims, he climbs trees. Anything else, Mr. Wonderful? Yes, I can live in all kinds of places. Fields, woods, thickets, rocky areas, or under sheds and porches. I'm not fussy. Same is true for eating. Not picky there either. I'll eat grass, dandelion greens, clover, grains, bark, insects, fruits, veggies. Yakety yakety yak, my ears are tired. You must spend as much time chewing as talking. Speaking of eating, my chompers aren't just for chewing. My fabulous teeth even help dig my burrow. They're strong enough to gnaw through roots and move rocks, and I can chatter my teeth so loudly that my enemies turn and flee. Can you do that? Didn't think so. Well, I can do that and more.
I had no idea that groundhogs were so adaptable.
Me either. I never thought of them as tree climbers.
I guess that it makes sense with them being related to squirrels.
I thought that the nose collar ID was interesting too.
Maybe their noses are what gave them the hog part of their name.
Perhaps.
Either that or their willingness to eat just about anything.
I have special teeth that keep growing. Gnawing keeps them just the right length. Too long, like that beak of yours, wouldn't be good. Hey, we squirrels have those kind of teeth too. Maybe we really are related. But how do you keep your teeth short during that long snooze? Hibernating, not snoozing. It's not the same as snoozing. There's more to it. Before the weather gets cold, we snack like mad and cover our bodies with fat. You mean pig out, whistle pig? Shh, I want to hear about the teeth. I'm getting to that. When I'm ready to hibernate, I go down into my burrow and seal myself into a lower chamber so that no one will disturb me. In my hibernation slumber, I barely breathe, only about once every 6 minutes, and my heart beats only once every 4 or 5 minutes. Everything slows way down. My teeth even stop growing. That's amazing. It must be very dark and stuffy in there. And don't you get hungry? Nope. My amazing body isn't doing anything except getting thinner. I'm barely even aging. I'd like that. I'm tired of being called an old crow. So, you wake up just to give us the weather report? Well, yes, but when the days are warmer, I also feel the need for a snack and a date with a mate. When I find a mate I like, we chuckle and chatter at each other, and we touch noses and rub cheeks. Aw, that's sweet. Very cute. Yuck, disgusting. I'm not only cute, I'm helpful. Scientists are trying to figure out if people could hibernate as groundhogs do. They study us to learn more about body rhythms and cycles of animals, including people. Maybe one day folks will climb aboard a space vehicle, hibernate, and wake up on Mars. Wow, that'd be something. I'd sign up for one of those trips. I hope there's food on Mars. Okay, cousin, I admit you're pretty cool. Yeah, you've got a few talents. You're the hog. Operation Groundhog will start immediately. The world will know the hog truth. Groundhog Appreciation Month. Tad, I never realized that groundhogs and frogs had so much in common with their ability to sleep.
There isn't much better in life than having a nice, deep sleep.
That's neat that scientists are researching if humans could hibernate.
They should really be looking at the frogs more for that.
Why is that?
If the purpose is to go into a deep sleep for a long duration while traveling to faraway planets, don't you think that it would make more sense to be able to cryogenically freeze yourself, much like what frogs do?
I'm not a huge fan of naps, although sometimes I set a timer for about 10 minutes when I get home from work, but that's more of a mental reset.
That's a pretty good idea.
What do you think of the little boy groundhog?
You mean the pup, or chuckling? There seems to be a bit of hero worship there. He sure loves learning about groundhogs.
Speaking of that, if you love this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'm Adam.
And I'm Dad.
And this is
Where there's a Williams, there's a way.
Did you know there's evidence that male groundhogs wake up early to get a head start on reproduction? They go from burrow to burrow to find out if the female is still there. Having determined where his potential mates are, the male then returns to his burrow to sleep for another month or so until early March when it's time to mate.